BSTN.
Yeah, welcome to SaaS Center. I'm your host, Rob Jones, aka the mayor of Inbound. Our top story in first segment of Mount Rushmore themed around clay. Yes, it's time for that segment where we celebrate the four greatest whatever we want. This week, it's Clay's 4 commandments for hitting $100 million in annually recurring revenue. Number 4, reverse demos. What's a reverse demo? Well, it's when the customer shows you how they'd use your product. Clay made self-serve onboarding where users literally teach themselves. It's genius because, hear me out, your prospects are typically geniuses and they already know their problems better than you do. Revolutionary concept, I know. Number 3, invested irrationally in brand. Clay sponsored everything. They had billboards at Inbound, podcasts, newsletters, conferences, probably somebody's birthday party. They didn't wait until they could afford it. They just did it. Malcolm Gladwell would call this the 10,000 hour rule, except it's the 10,000 touch point rule, maybe. Be everywhere until people can't remember a time you weren't everywhere. Number 2, build an agency motion. Clay created an entire ecosystem of agencies who build Clay workflows for other companies. That's not just distribution. That's user-generated content on steroids. Every agency customer is a walking case study, posting wins on LinkedIn and social. It's brilliant. It's free marketing. It's clairvoyant. We tried. Number 1, hire unconventionally. Create the GTM engineer. Clay invented a role that didn't exist, the GTM engineer. Not a sales guy, not a dev, both. Someone who can code and close deals. They looked at the talent market and said, nah, we'll make our own. 8 years to overnight success, people. 8 years. Clay's $3 billion valuation didn't happen because they followed best practices. It happened because they ignored best practices and did the weird stuff everyone said wouldn't scale. Just as a note here, overnight success is just survivor bias with better PR. Ask anyone who's actually done it. It's always 8 years of weird bets nobody believed in. Congrats to Clay, by the way. Shout out to my guy, Obed Durrani, also for the UGC, like Clay World Records. I have one, by the way, waiting on my book. It's always a bright spot in my LinkedIn feed. Speaking of bright spots, it's time for the best guest of the week. I'm here with a man who is an eternal bright spot in people's LinkedIn feeds, and that needs no introduction, but it does need a pronunciation. Pete Vomocil?
Pretty close.
For our audience, how do you actually pronounce it?
Vomocil.
Vomocil. Got it. Pete, has anybody ever said your last name kind of sounds like a medicine you might take to cure depression?
I grew up, it was a medicine, it was vomit, it was vomicillin, it's been everything.
Well, my name is Rob Jones, probably the most generic name ever, but something that's not generic, your very colorful open to help hashtag banner. What does that mean? And why did you decide to do that?
Well, for similar reasons. A few years ago, I was looking around and noticed that there was open to work and there was hiring and there was nothing else. And I wasn't doing either of those things at the time, but I looked around LinkedIn and there were so many people who needed a hand. This was in late 23, I guess. And so one day on a whim, I just created the little banner. I did a single post on LinkedIn. Didn't expect much out of it, honestly. And over 2 years later, I've now done close to 600 calls. So I do at least 6 a week, 30-minute calls. And it could be anything, but it's just basically setting the intention to set aside time on my calendar to help strangers if they need it.
600 calls.
Almost 600, just shy.
Can you narrow down what help means just a bit?
Generally, it's getting unstuck, and it could be anything. But lately, it's been 60-ish% job seekers. So either been laid off or in some kind of a job transition. And so we do a lot of career and job topics in Open to Help. It can be founders. It's CMO peers who are stuck and need a second set of eyes. It can be a lot of things. Just can't be a sales call. or selling me, trying to sling a franchise, not interested.
Yes, right. I'm not selling you anything, nothing at all. But these guys might. We'll be back in about 60 seconds to finish our interview with Mr. Open to Help himself, Pete Vomocil.
BSTN. This summer, the Pipeline Review. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. The same time every week. But this Tuesday, something was different.
What the? Who's responsible for this? Every deal, every required field, every single thing we ask sales to do, it's all complete. I need answers. It wasn't my manager, boss, I swear. Oh, I'm an SDR. I just got my process boards to 0. That's what I was told to do. Me? Oh, no. But I have killed for a tool like that. What? I mean, I would kill for a tool like that.
From the producers who brought you Stacula and Friday the 31st. Introducing the Great SaaS Whodunit. Spoiler alert, they're all super guilty. Coming to a CRM near you.
Welcome back to SaaS Center, where we were speaking with CMO Pete Vomocil, who is currently #Open to Help. Pete, can you tell everyone for me that there is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help?
I think the expectation is that you become an adult and you don't need that. And asking for help is a weakness, right? And I actually think that there's such bravery in actually raising your hand to say, look, I may have this shiny veneer on LinkedIn, but I don't have it all figured out, and I could actually use a second opinion or just a listening ear. So I appreciate that, and that's what I love being that mirror and providing that safe space to get unstuck. I think it really is important.
As a former children's behavioral therapist, I could not agree more. I worked at an inpatient facility for 5 years out of college. Pete, we are almost out of time, but we'd love to learn one other thing about you and leave on a high note. Rumor has it you're a big Broadway guy. I hear you even used to work on shows and did set production. So can you give us maybe your top 3 favorite Broadway shows of all time?
In no particular order, I'm a big Sondheim fan, so Into the Woods is probably one of my all-time favorites. Just in September, was in New York with my wife. We saw Maybe Happy Ending. And Maybe Happy Ending was a fascinating show. It was originally a Korean musical, opened in Seoul, and now has won, a shelf full of Tonys. I'm going to add another one, which is the favorite show that I've worked on, and that would be War Horse. The horse is basically a giant kind of wicker puppet. And you would think that this thing, there's no way that you can suspend disbelief, right? So theater is all about the suspension of disbelief. I think it also translates into marketing. Marketing is understanding audiences. It's about creating experiences. It's about suspending disbelief in certain circumstances. So there are a lot of through lines between theater and marketing, and kind of all comes together nicely.
Pete, you're a freaking legend. An amazing follow, a superb human being. And I can't thank you enough for chatting with me today. Consider me officially helped.
Well, you got this. And like I said, long time follower, first time caller. Seen you all over LinkedIn, all over in your colorful suits, and just making everybody laugh. And I love that. I my only regret is that it's taken us this long to connect.
The feeling is very mutual, sir. Pete Vomocil, the brightest spot in any LinkedIn feed. Go follow Pete. And thanks again, Pete.
Thanks, Rob.
BSTN.
Our next story is where things go south. In the best way. Southbound, the Growth Summit for Revenue Leaders, is coming back for its 3rd year thanks to Rev Partners, a super partner, shout out. It's on April 16th in Atlanta, and I need you to understand the lineup they've assembled here. This is the kind of speaker roster that makes you question what you're doing with your life. I'll go ahead and say rockstar lineup, not to be cliche, but only because the venue is the Roxxy, a literal venue for rock concerts and rock stars. Yamini Rangan, CEO of HubSpot, person running the ecosystem most of you live in. Mark Roberge, the guy who literally wrote the sales acceleration formula while scaling HubSpot from 0 to 100 million. Donald Miller, who taught an entire generation how to actually message their value without sounding like a robot wrote their website. John Acuff, best-selling author who's figured out how to make people actually finish things they start, which if you're in enablement or worked in enablement, you know is basically sorcery. And Rachel Else Downey, a branding and podcasting powerhouse who turns branded content into actual human connection. She was on this show recently. Shout out to Rach. The theme this year is timeless principles, timely plays. And you bet your ass we've got a cognitive neuropsych tidbit for you. Dr. Richard Wiseman's research shows that learning accelerates exponentially when you're in rooms with people who've actually done the thing you're trying to do. Not theorists, not consultants who've never carried quota or managed a sales team. People who've built this stuff and continue to build this stuff. TLDR, you can come make 1,000 new friends while hyper-learning from the best minds available in a rock venue. People, this is year 3 of Southbound. They're not figuring it out. They have figured it out. If you're in revenue operations or go-to-market and you're not in Atlanta on April 16th, the pre-event and post-event FOMO will very likely land you in the ER. Don't let that happen. This is the highest concentration of GTM expertise per square foot you'll find in 2026. Act accordingly. Well, there are conferences and there are rooms where the collective knowledge could rewrite your entire go-to-market strategy. Southbound is the latter. The second one, the good one. Don't miss it. We'll be discussing the biggest Season 2 series announcement since The Mandalorian, or maybe Breaking Bad, when we come back from this quick word from our sponsor. Yep. Need to find the discount approval process. Let me check. Nope, not here. Damn it. It was in an actual folder, not the Google Drive. Now I need deal stage definitions. Yeah. Be right back. Pinned in our sales ops channel in Slack, of course. Playbook for enterprise sales. Let's go. Yeah, it was in SharePoint at the other office. Back. Qualification criteria. Yep. Yeah, it was in Confluence in Tokyo. Headed back now. Close plan template. It's in that software program we got rid of 2 years ago. Time to log off for the day. All right. Welcome back to SaaS Center again. I'm Rob Jones. Joining me today is an old friend, Cameron Collins. This week's second best guest. Just to clarify, he's best guest number 2, not second best. And he's a friend I've known for a while, but he's not old. Damn. I digress. Cameron, you came on today to promote a new endeavor you've got. Is that right?
That's right, Rob. And holy shit, I am so excited for the season. We are officially launching Season 1 of the Arena, and we are well into production for Season 2. The Arena is a reality TV competition.
Sorry, Cameron, our censor button seems to be on the fritz. Guys, let's get that fixed. Sorry, go ahead, Cameron.
Oh shit, man. No problem. Anyway, Season 1 of the Arena is all about proving that we can take HubSpot and build a game show around the concepts that we're all working with every single day. This is about being an and making it fun and engaging and really highlighting that the role has become so much more in 2025 than just being a fucking order taker.
Guys, fix the censor. Wait a minute. So at is a bad word, but I can say shitballs.
Yeah, I mean, it's about damn time we broke the stigma, and that's what the arena really aims to do. We want to celebrate, showcase, and highlight the unbelievable and let them compete to see who's the best for some cash prizes from our wonderful sponsors. Because that's what really makes this all possible, and it helps provide the game ideas and the scenarios that make this happen.
Holy mother of graphical inserts. How many logos were on that? Anyway, this has been a strange interview, but you're getting ready for Arena Season 2. What can we expect, and more importantly, when can we expect this?
Well, we had some really fun challenges, including trivia and a game that was akin to a treasure hunt inside of HubSpot. Contestants had to find clues that were hidden using icons that were placed via Super, and each icon led them from one clue to the next. It was really a wonderful and crazy experience for everyone.
I gotta say, I'm more excited for this than I was for the final season of Game of Thrones. Hey, this will be better than the final season of Game of Thrones, right?
And yeah, it will be. You have no idea what these guys had to do to make it through this thing.
Sweet. Cameron Collins, RevOps strategist at RP, that's Rev Partners, Sprocketeer community manager and creator of Arena. We're still doing that? With the bleeping. Sheesh. Okay, Cam, I assume you're also a master of CTAs. Here's your chance to tell our audience what to do, where to find you.
Go check out the Arena on YouTube and join the community on Patreon. Joining us on Patreon unlocks exclusive perks like being able to get early content and behind the scenes content and videos on how we made the games. It's really exciting to be able to follow along there. And for those of you who want to participate in the Arena, make sure you check out the form that we have on thearena.com to let us know you're interested.
You heard the man. Go to all those places and follow Cameron. Cameron, we cannot freaking wait for Arena Season 2 and for that word, the one that keeps getting bleeped, yeah, that one, to not be a bad word anymore. Thank you, Cam. We'll be right back after one more short break, but when we do come back, we'll tell you how one mega tech giant with $1 trillion market cap has a soaring stock because they did not spend billions on AI.
BSTN.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Welcome back.
Excited to chat about the new job, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There was a press release.
It was more of a LinkedIn post, but yeah, I've joined Supered.
So what exactly is it?
Sure, so Supered is a Chrome extension where you store all of your company documentation, your processes, your knowledge base, enablement updates, anything. And what Supered does is puts that documentation into the apps that a user's team is actually using.
Whoa.
Right? See, the issue with most enablement or LMS or adoption platforms is that your team and your customers have to leave the platform that they're working in to go and get an answer or to learn how to use it.
What happens?
Well, it adds a lot of friction, or maybe they can't find it, or they waste a lot of time getting answers. So instead, you put your documentation into Supered. You tell Supered where you want it to appear, within which app you want, and it literally augments that app to show the documentation in the app the person's using.
I'm so scared of that, but so excited about it at the same time. Is that weird?
So I'm sure your listeners and your viewers spend time answering questions about process or where to get certain information because people don't know where to find it, or maybe they forgot. So what Supered does is it puts you in the room without actually being there.
And there's no need for noises, no need for mouth noises.
Most of us call that talking, Joe. Yeah, it's like RevOps glue for your tech stack, knowledge base, and processes.
I've said is like that there could be potentially a universal language that's created through computers.
Yeah, this could be that.
It could be. It may be. What's the odds?
Well, it's free to try. So if folks out there are looking at ways to enforce their team's processes, maybe improve communication, or improve the adoption of tools in their tech stack, then they can download the Chrome extension and try it for free. There's literally no commitment.
Once you become a god, seems very, very unlikely you're going to want to go back to being stupid again.
I think that is how a lot of our customers feel.
How about them apples? Yep, Apple was down 18% earlier this year, while every other single tech giant was dumping billions into AI. They still are. Now, Apple's up 35%, and Wall Street is suddenly very interested in not lighting money on fire. Turns out the best AI strategy might be waiting to see if AI actually works. So Apple stock, like I said, is up 35% this year. And you know what they did to earn it? Not a damn thing. Absolutely nothing. Well, I guess being patient. While Microsoft, Google, and Meta were in a bidding war to see who could spend the most billions on AI data centers, literally competing to burn cash faster, Apple just didn't. They were down 18% earlier this year, and every analyst was like, Apple's missing the AI revolution. They're doomed. Guess what? Wall Street is now AI weary. Shocking. It's almost like throwing infinite money at a technology that can't reliably count how many R's are in strawberry. Wasn't the brilliant investment thesis everyone thought it was. Here's what additionally makes this beautiful, sweet, sweet revenge. Daniel Kahneman's research on loss aversion shows that investors feel losses twice as strongly as gains. So when you're watching your competitors light billions on fire for AI that might be revolutionary someday, and you're just sitting there making iPhones, it's not cowardice. That's called not being an idiot. And maybe being a responsible fiduciary. I don't know, Apple looked pretty stupid in March. Apple looks like a genius in December. And somewhere Tim Cook is quietly sipping his coffee thinking, yeah, I'll wait for AI 2.0, thanks. Patience isn't sexy, but it beats explaining to shareholders why you bought 10,000 GPUs for a chatbot that hallucinates. Well, that's all we have for today and for this week. Remember to be kind, touch grass, and get sunshine at least twice a day. And for God's sakes, laugh a little bit. Go and follow us also on YouTube at BSTN-Super. We've got a massive overhaul of value coming to the channel starting very soon, after Santa Claus comes to town, of course. See you next week on BSTN.
BSTN.